This is Anthony Padone for a series called SQL Server in 10 Minutes, SQL ITM. And today we're going to discuss the various monitoring tools that Azure offers. There's quite a number of them, and we'll discuss them right now. Let's get into it. Let me set my timer for 10 minutes, and let's go. Again, the true essence of the series is for you to download the documents and study them, because a lot of work has gone into designing this. I'm just going to briefly talk about them and present them to you. So we'll get into the monitoring listing. This is just a listing of the tools that I've discovered out there, and just put them down so we can review them. They're kind of broken down in a couple of different categories. I believe as far as monitoring, there's kind of more of a manual process. Also, there's an intelligent process, which includes AI, artificial intelligence. There's intelligent performance that the AI will take care of behind the scenes, certain things to increase your performance. And there's other, which includes VM insights, which we won't deal with right now. So we're going to discuss anything that happens to be in purple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things we'll talk about. As far as the monitoring for manual, there's a tool called Azure Monitoring SQL Insights. It deals with using DMVs. And as far as the DMVs, the user, meaning us, we create and schedule the execution of these DMVs. There's also proprietary things that we can write, of course, using DMVs. There's hyperscale diagnostics that we won't discuss, but it's just using more proprietary DMVs. So it's the same class. Of course, there are just raw query store that we could use, as we've used in the past. And of course, there's extended events that we can use too. We'll be discussing Azure Monitoring Insights under manual. The next group will be the intelligent performance analysis, intelligent insights using AI, artificial intelligence, which collects a lot of information and stores it into logs, quarterly log SQL insights. There's another grouping called Azure SQL Analytics that I kind of like a lot. It gives you a full stack view. It cuts information from the Azure Monitor and the metric diagnostics and gives you a full view of what's happening with your system. There's also intelligent query processing. It's a background automatic query plan correction, which is kind of cool. We discussed that in a prior version, where essentially it'll correct your query plans on certain areas to increase your performance. So no need of involvement there, which is nice. There's also another thing called intelligent performance. It'll recommend using automatic tuning for actually force the last good plan that's out there, or it will suggest or do so drop and create indexes for you. Another thing behind the scenes. There's also Query Performance Insights, which uses the query store, another version of visualization. So those are the areas. This template will be laid into all the other screens, and we'll quickly talk about them, but you must download them and study the diagrams. Let's get on to the number one. We'll look at Intelligent Insights. Let's bring that screen up. Intelligent Insights. And I'll just, if I can, augment it a bit. And as you can see, I have the template on the left here. I kind of circled it, Intelligent Insights, and then show you that we're talking about Intelligent Insights. Just to be quick, we can just talk about the key points. It's AI driven. The model is to track disruptive events, which is pretty nice. It'll build a baseline collection of 7 days of baseline of information for it to analyze. And using that baseline, and then we'll look at the current day or current hour and decide any kind of disruptive events that are happening. Information will be pushed into a log, a diagnostic log. Custom queries can be built and analyze against that collected information. Also, it'll give you and create insights report of disruptive events, so key information that you could read. So it's a very good one. It's very intelligent. Real quick view over here from Microsoft itself. Queries are running. This one's affected by performance. This one's affected by something that's happening, a disruptive event. And this one is blocking. So it's saying what's happening, how to fix it. It'll give you information of what the root cause and give you information about what's running. As you can see, as in most informational things about performance, it has to deal with, are we reaching resource limits, workload increase, memory pressures, and a host of many things here. The key point is that it's been analyzed that this is an Intelligent Insights tool, and you should download that and study it and look at the performance of it and the limitations of it too. but this is a very good one. We'll get into the next one. Next one is Azure SQL Analytics. That's probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite one. We'll bring that up quickly. We'll augment this again. As you can see, the template or is on the side under Intelligent Performance Analytics or whatever, and we'll look at the Azure SQL Analytics. So the key points here is a full stack capture, which is something you kind of need as far as the whole growth and performance of the system. It'll store information in a workspace analytics. It'll consume. You can write custom queries against the consumed information that you have. It has a dashboard display. It'll give you performance insights. It'll drill down into different DB resources concerning the weights, concerning the usage, concerning the counts. A lot of great information here. Maybe one of the key points, log analytics is going to be collected. It's structured out into tables, Azure metrics, Azure diagnostics. You can then write your own queries and set up alerts and information. Also, dashboards are created. It differentiates the dashboards into SQL, Azure SQL DBs, and the managed instances. And here are some of the categories of information that it'll produce as far as timeouts, blocking, various weights, usage as far as CPU, I/O, data logs, data end logs. Very good one to follow. And you download that, and we'll get into that one. Next one, automatic tuning. I don't want to run out of time here because I just want to discuss these quickly, but you have to download them. Again, automatic tuning. Under here, intelligent performance recommendations. The Azure SQL is tightly coupled with Query Store. So Query Store is the backbone of this. Key points, database horizontal learning on databases. Automatic tuning, it will apply what it found as far as looking for the last good query plan or an index as far as creating or dropping the indexes. It will then verify what it did and roll it back if it feels it's not performant enough. Very good one. Do study this one. Download the screen and study it. We have Azure Monitoring SQL Insights. Running out of time here, but let's go quickly. Let's augment this guy again. Here's a template under this heading, Azure Monitoring SQL Insights. Key points, it's driven by DMVs. It forces information into log analytics. You can create alerts, and the queries are user crafted. You create the queries for the DMVs, and you control when it runs or the schedule of the DMVs. Always, as all these things, do look at the constraints, as this one does not, no DBs in the pools and no serverless, so no databases that are inside pools, and it doesn't monitor the serverless tier. But the key point is that it creates a lot of great information using DMVs, breaking down into certain categories of DBs, execution, and transactions. There's a remote agent that collects information, stores information, and then you can review the log analytics from the DMVs. So do download this one, study it, see if it's useful for your usage. Next one is Intelligent Query Processing. Another great tool. Bring the guy real quickly. Augmented it, as you can see, Intelligent Query Processing, automatic. It's background automatic. We discussed this in a prior video under Intelligent Query Processing. Do refer to that. Key point that is that runtime and the compile time, it does query plan corrections based on adaptive queries, memory grants, user functions, table variables, and the iterators as far as expanding it to a get batch as opposed to a get row. But the key thing then is that it's behind the scenes. It works on the query plans themselves. Download that, study that. Last one is the Query Performance Insights. And this one, if I can bring it up, a little too much there. As you can see, it's under the category of Query Performance Insights. Key point is that it uses the query store as its source. It's portal driven. Intelligent Performance, Query Performance Insights. So it'll get information from the query store in the portal, multiple visuals, and you can drill down in the visuals. Okay, that's it. Download these guys, study these guys, see which one suits your needs. Running out of time. This is a very important one. Again, download them, study them. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a journey we have to take with this, but these are the ones that are out there right now. Thank you, and I'm signing off. Bye-bye.